All right, so this is a video that I honestly did not think I was ever gonna make, but certain recent events have kind of forced my hand and forced me to respond and make this video addressing the issue. This is about my beef with Jeff DeChesare, aka Jeffwon Song. I think that's like what his YouTube used to be named or something. But anyway, the reason I didn't think I was gonna make this video is because, so for some of my close friends, you might know that I did not like Jeff for a long time, and I have very good reason why I didn't like him, specific events. However, I thought we had got past it. We had beef, and then I thought we squashed it a couple of years ago, and I thought that was the end of it, but apparently I'm wrong. Or maybe it's not that the beef still exists, it's more certain things he has said recently have come up and they're just not true. And I'm here to deliver the truth to you guys. You deserve to know the truth, although some of you might not have any idea about any of this or who I'm even talking about. So for those of you who don't know Jeff DeChesare, he's a skater. He's not like a big name pro or anything, but you know, he has a big following on Instagram. He got more well known through his YouTube video parts and his Instagram videos. He's known for being one of the most polarizing skaters out there. I don't really care about all of that. I kind of just am down for people to skate however they want, do whatever they want. I like to more judge people on who they are as a person, which leads us to the drama. I'll give you guys the entire timeline because basically how this came up in the first place is I was doing a live stream around 2 days ago or something. My live streams are basically, I do them in my backyard on the mini ramp where I take trick requests live. And somebody in the chat came in and they just said, "Oh, what's this I hear about you snitching on Jeffwon?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean snitching on Jeffwon?" And he's like, "Oh, Jeffwon just did a podcast with Lamont Holt and he went on talking about you for a while, about you snitching or something." And I had no idea about any of that, so I watched it after the podcast and we're gonna watch that little section together and I will let you guys know the truth. But before that, let me give you a timeline of my history with Jeff, why I didn't like him, and this will kind of give you a better understanding of the situation as a whole. But anyway, I'd moved to LA, I think around like 2013 or so, and for those of you who know me, you know I love the Happy Medium videos. I grew up watching them, being inspired by them. They're my favorite skate videos of all time. So when I moved to LA, the new Happy Medium 3 was coming out and they had a premiere in San Diego. So me and my friends in LA, we drove down to San Diego. We went to the Happy Medium 3 premiere. It's an incredible video, by the way. But afterwards, we're standing outside talking, and Jeff comes up to me. It's my first time ever meeting him. And he's like, "Hey, are you Jason Park?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And he said, "Hey, what's up? My name's Jeff." So we shook hands, chatted for a bit. I was like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." And that was it. Then, we went our separate ways. I thought, oh, seems like a chill guy. Cut to a year later. So the Happy Medium premiere was in 2014. A year later, I just released a video part in 2015. It was a part of a full-length video called The Big Mahalo, and it got released on Ride Channel. To this day, one of my favorite projects that I've ever worked on. Ride Channel released the video part in 2015, and back then, before they would put out a video, they had like a little promo, or they would release tiny little snippets on YouTube to kind of promote the full part or the full project. So Ride Channel released a video trying to promote it, and the screenshot was me doing a frontside big flip, or like a hard flip front 180, frontside big spin kick flip, whatever you want to call it, and in big letters it said NBD ? I think that's what the thumbnail is. And obviously I knew this was not an NBD. Of course it's been done before. Yeah, I guess it was just whoever at Ride Channel's way of trying to promote the video. But anyway, the video part came out, it released online, and I was feeling happy because that's normally how you feel when you put out video parts that you've worked hard on. And I remember I think I was in Hawaii and I got a call from my good friend Holden, and he was like, "Hey Jason, like, did you see that post from Jeff?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh man, let me send it to you." So he sends it to me. It's this post that Jeff made on social media. So it's a video and it shows my big spin hard flip down the 3 block. And then in big letters on the screen, it says NBD ? And then in big letters, it says no! And then it shows Jeffwon doing a switch one, like a switch big spin hard flip or something, but it was like old footage and it had the date at the bottom, 2008. I now remember this for the rest of my life. The caption he wrote to that video was, "I don't know why everybody's so excited for this new Jason Park part. I've been doing these tricks for years." And I was kind of confused because I'd only met him that one time and then had never talked to him again, had no idea about who he was as a person. And I was like, you're calling me out, I don't even know you. Just kind of like weirded out, I guess. I wasn't even like mad or like anything. I was just like, oh, that's really weird. Funny side story, after that happened, my friend Holden was with Gary Rogers from Skateline, and he sends me a video he filmed on his phone. Gary Rogers had called up Jeff and put him on speakerphone and was kind of cussing him out for doing that because, you know, Gary and I, we've been friends for a long time. Great human, by the way. And it's this video of Gary having him on speakerphone like, hey, Jeff, like, you can't be doing that, man. Like, that's super whack. That's why nobody messes with you. So I guess Jeff took down the post after Gary called him up. But yeah, that's why I didn't like Jeff. And I don't think that that's an unreasonable response to that happening to me. I think that's, you know, pretty normal. I feel like I like to give everybody a fair chance and, you know, judge them on who they are. So I saw that. I was like, okay, like, I don't like this person. And so I just didn't like him for a while up until I think 2001. My buddy Dan Corrigan filmed a video with Jeff. And in the video, they talk about me. And Jeff's like, yeah, like, Jason doesn't like me. I don't know why. He doesn't like me for no reason. And I remember leaving a comment on the video, like a long comment, being like, hey, I don't like you for no reason. This is why I don't like you, because you did this to me. And I like just wrote out everything that happened. After that happened, Jeff actually reached out to me. He messaged me on Instagram and he actually apologized. And I thought it was really cool. You know, we had a short little chat. He apologized to me and I accepted his apology. And I thought that was it. I thought beef squashed. I'm cool with this guy now. If things happened in the past, just let them go. I'm kind of that. I think everybody's capable of change, or at least admitting when they do something that was no. So that was it. You know, thought all was good up until 2 days ago. So I get that thing in the chat, oh, what's this about you being a snitch? And yeah, so after the live stream, I went and I watched the podcast with Lamont. Let's watch it together, shall we?
What's up with you and Jason Park?
I mean, we had a little bit of beef for a little bit, but we cleared it up some years ago. Basically, to my understanding, I guess, have you ever heard of the Slap message boards?
I remember that.
It's like a big internet forum where, you know, there's tons of topics on everything in skating. I'm surprised this hasn't been on there yet, but
They still do it?
dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I guess there was some topic talking about Nigel on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then people on that forum knew I had filmed with him. They were like, oh, what's it like filming with him? Because we've heard weird stories. And I told the straight up truth. I'm like, yeah, you know, he's a cool dude sometimes. Like, you know, he can like be a little mean, push you too hard to do tricks and get over it. And sometimes I'll pay you to do tricks. And I think that's the extent of what I said. I was just being honest. I didn't say anything outrageous, nothing not true. And I don't really think I said anything that bad. But apparently, well, shortly after that, I saw Nigel at a park one day and he was just acting way different towards me. Like he wouldn't even say hi to me. And I was like, I went up to him, I said hi, whatever. And instantly he's like, hey Jeff, hey, were you talking shit about me on the Slap forums? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, Jason Park told me differently. And I'm like, what the
He confronted you and asked about it.
Yeah, at least he was honest. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, so Jason Park dimed me out. Okay, that's cool.
It's crazy to me. I played video games with Jason Park one time. He seemed like the nicest guy, but
doesn't like me for, well, like I said, I guess, you know, we cleared that up slightly years ago.
That's cool.
But for some reason, he didn't like me for a while. He just told Nigel I was talking shit, even though I don't even think I said anything that bad.
There we go. Also, I did hang out with Lamont. Seemed like a really nice guy also. But anyway, that's why I was being accused. So I met Jeff for that first time at the Happy Medium premiere 2014. This incident happened around 2015 before Jeff made that post. So this is all kind of making sense in the timeline. I meet Jeff later. This incident happens after that. He makes that angry post. My video part comes out. I'll give you guys the story about what actually happened. So I had met Nigel and we'd hung out a couple times. I considered Nigel a friend. And one day we were out skating with like a big group of us. Nigel's there and we're hanging out. And literally the night before, I was on the Slap message boards and I saw Jeff straight up leave a comment talking really badly about Nigel. And I know here he's saying he wasn't, but this for sure happened. And I told Nigel because Nigel's my friend. I had known him. I considered Nigel a friend. So of course I'm gonna tell him if I see one of his friends publicly talking badly about him or trying to bring down his image, you know, publicly is not very good. And plus I didn't know Jeff at all. I had met him one time for like 1 minute. Nigel I considered a friend. So of course I'm gonna tell him. That's what what friends do, right? I don't think I was being a snitch or ratting him out or anything like that. But I know the biggest bummer is that we don't have these messages, because otherwise, I guess we can't really figure out who's correct or not. I think that Jeff was leaving these pretty hateful, negative messages about Nigel. Jeff says that they weren't negative or hateful in any way. So I guess we'll never find out. Unless I have them right here in front of me. That's right, I looked these up as soon as I saw that podcast, and they're still online. I just found them on the Slap message boards. And we're gonna read through this together, and you guys can be the judges if I'm exaggerating and he wasn't saying anything negative. Because the whole point of this video is it's not supposed to be like, I don't like somebody, they don't like me. I want to present objective facts to you guys for you to form your own opinions. Objective truths, if you will. So let's read this together and let's find out if this was negative or it's, if Jeff says, totally innocent. Jeff is responding to a comment. Somebody asked him, also, how do things work with Nigel Alexander and the people he features on his channel? Does he hook you guys up with any money, dinner, product when you get something good for his channel? Or does he just think you guys should be grateful for the exposure? Here's Jeff's response. I don't with Nigel anymore. Dude is the biggest douche in the universe. You all already probably knew that already. I hate how he tries to act so cool on camera and trick kids into thinking he's this rad dude. The only time he will ever pay you is if you do a taser game of Skate or something. So yeah, he basically thinks you should be grateful just for being on his channel. Fool took my part off his channel for a week because he suspected me of reporting one of his videos to YouTube when it was actually a homie of mine. Interesting. Dude is the biggest douche in the universe. Seems pretty innocent to me. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. And I definitely had a beef with Jeff because of what he did to me. Thought we squashed it, but recently this has come up again, and I just kind of wanted to give my side of the story. There's two sides to every story. You know, whatever. I don't hate Jeff or anything. I think he's just another guy in the universe doing his own thing. So yeah, Jeff, if you're watching this, I don't hate you. I just want you to maybe be careful about what you say if it makes me potentially look bad. But that's it for this video. This whole thing is pretty stupid. Don't want to go on any longer about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later. Bye-bye. On a final note, I do want to apologize to you guys if this video came off as too negative. I was not trying to make a video attacking somebody. It was genuinely just an attempt to defend myself because I thought it was necessary. I do believe that there is already too much negativity in skateboarding, and while I do enjoy it, like I actually do secretly enjoy skate drama when it doesn't involve me. Like, come on, it's fun, obviously. I personally don't want to be a source or have my YouTube channel be a source of those sorts of things. And plus, I don't exactly have a lot of room to judge others. I'm just a goon with a YouTube channel and a terrible trick selection. Just want to say that I'll hopefully not have to make another video like this. This will be the last one, and we'll go back to mindless skating of me doing the worst tricks possible. And that's what I like. Yeah. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.